Okay, so while that video was playing, I don't think it played any too useful information for us, but I looked up the knock code and the code of what she says here translated, and I'm pretty sure this one says "Bye Hannah, love you" or something like that. But I don't think it said here that it's not really meant to be deciphered, so I think we could be thinking too much into it, because these aren't actual archives. This is an actress playing this. But yeah.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Card.
He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bag back. He sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before, when he comes in, if he's in the house.
Okay, so let's just sit and think. This is our evaluation. So that was the 18th of June. That was the very first one. It's very clear that Eve still thinks that he's alive. A week goes by before the second interview happens, and that's when, in that week, he dies. And the first one that comes forth to interview is Hannah. Let that be known. And then Hannah does that interview, and she does the next interview. She does those 3 interviews after he's dead. That's what I believe. And then the next 3 are Eve. But at first, Eve is pretending to be Hannah and trying to keep the facade. But on the 3rd of July, which is the last last recording, she stops the facade, reveals that she is Eve. I don't really know what that has in reference to Simon, really, and his murder. I don't think I'm really piecing together the murder. I'm just piecing together the facts about these 2 women. Why not? Bridesmaid. Oh my god, why didn't I? I don't know. Wedding.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Oh, this one goes for 2 minutes.
The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways, 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Not that, spelled plan wrong. I wasn't looking. Let's see. Is there anything about the parents?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Mother.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Okay. Sarah. Nana, even though that's not how you spell Nana. Nan. Grandmother. Ava. I'm just... God. Please. Dad.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours. No, they were shut. Most of the windows are really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Father. mushroom. Is there anything else on here? The clock. Oh, that's wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what to do anymore. I know there's so much left to explore, but I think that I have done everything that I really can in this series. I have nothing that I can think of really to search up or anything like that. And I think that we were getting a lot of these would probably be just like nitty gritty stuff. I think we got all the important stuff out of the way, but let's do our final conclusion, shall we? Okay. So our final conclusion is that, or what we found out, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna read off from my mind a list of things that I know about Hannah and Eve, and what we know about Simon and his murder, I guess. So Simon was missing for a day or two, I think, before Eve came to the first interview and reported that her husband was missing. She was pretending to be Hannah in this interview. She was pretending to be Hannah in all of them. But they were twins, Hannah and Eve were, and they were separated at birth. Eve lived in the attic, and they would switch places as they got older and did everything together. So almost just like one person, but they're living through each other. But Hannah got pregnant, and the facade couldn't go on any longer. And I think that's when Eve started to get bitter in the interviews here, when you can tell that she's done keeping up with this facade. But within the week between the first and second interview, Simon dies. It's been declared that he is dead. Whether his body was found or not, I can't really remember. But yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure the main thing is that she's murdered him. Whether it was Eve to get revenge, or whether it was Hannah for whatever reason, left it aside. I don't know what else I can do anymore. Leave some comments down in the description below if you want to have a discussion further about this game. I'd love to chat with you guys. And I will see you all another time with another series. I actually have really enjoyed this game though. This was a very nice game to play. A nice little mini series for the YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm going to link below though the Yogscast playing this game, because they're older than me and they are smarter than me, obviously. And so they will have figured out a lot more than I have. I just wanted to play the game because I knew they had played it and I'd watched a little bit of it, and I was just like, okay, I want to play. And so I bought the game and then I played it. But yeah, I don't know if there's really much we could do anymore. I don't know if there's anything for me to say, except thanks for watching this series. there'll be a playlist up on the channel with all the episodes, and I will see you either in a River Valley episode or another series that'll come at some point in the future. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone!